So today I want to talk about 2017 year in review, and then I also want to talk about my 2018 goals for Bessie Young Photography. This is my last video of 2017. Can you believe it? It went by so fast. But anyways, but first, coffee. All right. Let's get started. I just want to go over 2018 and how awesome, or 2018 is going to be awesome. So, but let's go over 2017 and how awesome it has been, and I'm just so excited to do this year in review. I love it. I love going through old photos and photos that I've taken over the year, and it just makes me so happy, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So, the year started off with a bang. I mean, in California we were in a drought, and then 2016-17 winter hit, and it created some awesome natural phenomena that I had to jump on. So the very first one was Death Valley. There was water in Badwater Basin, and I had to go. And so Death Valley National Park is gorgeous, and it's just this desolate area. And so anyways, I was so excited that I just jumped in my car, made a spontaneous trip over there, and got this image. Then more rain came, and there was a lot of talk about flowers. So it was a lot of talk about a super bloom. So California super bloom in the desert. I tried to do another spontaneous trip. I wanted to go to the Mojave Desert, and it didn't happen for multiple reasons. It didn't happen, and it's like an 8-hour trip or so for me. And so I ended up doing a lot more research on where else was having a super bloom in California. Where else could I go to that was a little bit more feasible than, you know, all the way down south? And I ended up finding Carrizo Plains. It's only a few hours from here, about 3, and I got one of my favorite images, and that's this one. After that, I had a trip planned for quite a while. It's to Washington, and it was a road trip that I went to Olympic National Park. I went up to Skagit Valley to see the Tulip Festival, and then I went down to Snoqualmie Falls, and then got on a plane and headed back home. And so it was the first time I'd ever been to Olympic National Park. I was able to go up Hurricane Ridge Road. There was snow, which made it, to me, just so much better because it added just that dynamic to the picture, and I got this one. So after that little bit, I ended up going up to, I don't even know. So after that, I ended up going up to Skagit Valley to see the Tulip Festival, and I got one of my favoriteest images, and I just love this one. It was tulips and sunset, and it made it perfect. And I also got a couple other really cool tulip pictures that I just want to share with you guys because I love them so much. So with the spring and the super bloom here in California, that meant, and all the water, that meant awesome wildflowers. So wildflowers in the Sierra Nevada mountains. So what I wanted to do is make sure that I captured some images of the wildflowers and just the time there. And so I ended up taking a trip to Nelson Lake and got eaten alive by mosquitoes. Not joking, I had 100 bites on one leg. I counted them. And on one butt cheek, I had over 40. So I had forgotten my bug spray and it sucked. But the trip was great. I got some really cool pictures. And one of my 2018 goals is to get my wildflower book done. And so I know I've kind of hinted at this before, but I really I wanted to put together a wildflower book of the Sierra Nevada mountains, and that's my goal for 2018. So I finally got all the pictures that I wanted or needed, and this has been in the process for just a super long time, but now that I'm done photographing the wildflowers, I'm ready to start creating the book. So hopefully by the end of 2018 I will be getting it published somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to do there, whether it's going to be like an ebook or something like that. But I'll be doing that, and then hopefully it'll be ready by the spring of 2019. But that's my goal, is to start doing that for my wildflower book. And so I had a backpacking trip planned. It was a through hike to go into Mammoth Lakes, and it was all within the Ansel Adams Wilderness. It was similar to what I did last year, but just different lakes, different area of that, or different trails of that area of the Ansel Adams Wilderness. And so I got one of my favorite pictures during that trip, and that's this one. So also during the summer, I'm sure you guys heard of the solar eclipse. It was huge, and it was a plan that I'd had ever since 2016. I had been making a plan to go to Wyoming, and at the very last minute, I changed my mind. So I was going to go camp out in Wyoming, get the solar eclipse, and then do a trip to Yellowstone, but it was just way too crazy busy, and I figured the Yellowstone trip wasn't going to happen because there was just too many people, and I'm a landscape photographer and don't really want to have a bunch of people everywhere. So I ended up changing. I did a road trip up Highway 1 and 101 along the west coast and into Oregon, and got the solar eclipse picture, and that's this one. So after summer comes fall, and fall is my favorite time of year, and I had planned a Finding Fall adventure. And so my Finding Fall was, I ended up flying out to Montana and then driving through Idaho, Utah, Nevada, and back to California, and I found fall everywhere, and it was just awesome. So I ended up, my big stopping point was Utah. It was the Alpine Loop, and let me tell you, it's a place to go. And I got some I got some awesome pictures. I just love it, and that's these ones. So those were my big adventures, and I'm ecstatic with everything that I've done this year. I have had so many awesome adventures. I was able to share a lot of behind the scenes and how I got the shot with you guys. And on top of that, this year I decided to start creating how-to videos. So I thought it would be a nice compliment to my YouTube channel as I do the behind the scenes, how I got the shot. I would do how-tos and tips and tricks, and so that way I'd show you how-to, and then I'd show you behind the scenes using that, and so using what I had just taught. And so anyways, that was something that I started this year, and that's a 2018 goal, is to really ramp that up and share a lot more how-tos, tips and tricks, and how I got the shot on this channel, along with my adventures behind the scenes and everything. So I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are too. That's a big goal. And then the other real big thing that happened in 2017 was I split my websites, and this was a big endeavor. So I wasn't happy with my current website. I had both my portraits and landscapes on that website, and it was not user friendly. It wasn't easy to navigate. It wasn't easy to go to my shop. It wasn't easy to figure out how to contact me for portraits. It just, everything wasn't easy. It looked good, but when you really tried to use it, it just, I don't know, I didn't find it very intuitive. And then everything that I tried to change, it took me hours to figure out how to change it. So I ended up completely changing everything when it came to my websites. So I split them up, and I created a portrait website. It's bessieyoung.photography, and then I created a landscape website and really like my tutorials and how-tos, and that is bessieyoungphotography.com. And so on there, that has my landscapes for sale. It has all my tips and tricks videos, and then it also has like my blog posts and things like that. And then on my portrait website, it's strictly portraits and just an easy contact form for if you're interested in portraits. So that was huge, and I'm so excited that I did it. I was wanting to do it pretty much all of 2016, and I refused because I'm stubborn, and I just kept saying, no, I'm gonna make this one work. I spent money on it, I'm gonna make this happen. And it just never happened. It just never looked good, and so I ended up changing. So I split them up, and I can't be more happy with that decision. It was a lot of time and effort, and well worth it. So that was 2017 as a whole, and it was awesome. And 2018, I decided, once I split my websites, I decided I wanted to do something. And I have been researching it a bunch, and I have been holding it back from you guys and not sharing it because I wanted to share it in my goal video for 2018. And so what is that? Well, I decided to create coffee mugs. Yes, coffee mugs. Something that I've always really wanted to do, and so I ended up finally finding a printer, and so based in the USA. And so I found a place that would print and actually uses the mugs that I want, rather than just like a plain white mug. It's going to be like a camping mug, or there's just a couple different styles of mugs. You'll see, don't worry. And anyways, so I wanted to create coffee mugs that had fun photography sayings on them with pretty images, some clip art, and just for photographers. And so anyways, I have a few designed already. It's up on my site. I didn't want to tell you guys until my goals video, obviously, and so that's my 2018 goal. I was really excited to find a printer here in the USA that would be able to print them. I've been testing things out a little bit, and I found a really good one. So I want it to be good quality. I want it to be made in the USA, and so that's what it is. And that's what took me a little while to actually be able to find. But along with the coffee mugs, I'm going to create and design some t-shirts just for fun. And yeah, so that's a huge goal for my 2018 Bessie Young photography. And those will be available on starting the 1st of January. I'm going to have a full shop. And right now, there's just a couple designs. If you guys wanted to go check it out, go do so. But so that's my big 2018 plan. And then the last thing, I'm just going to throw it out into the universe. I want to schedule an Iceland trip, and I don't know if that's, I just want to schedule it. I just want to put it on the calendar somewhere, and so that way I can say, yes, I'm going to be doing that then. So I'm throwing it out into the universe, and hopefully it'll happen. That's my big lofty goal. But I've never been outside of the United States, and so I mean, I've never even been like east of New Mexico. So that's my thing. That's my big lofty goal, is to actually just put it on the calendar, not even book it, just put it on the calendar and decide like that's when I'm going to be doing it. But anyways, I also want to just take a moment and say thank you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for all your comments and your likes and your shares, and for all your love and support and supporting me in this small business in my adventure. I would not be able to do it without you guys. And I know I don't want to sound cheesy, but it's so true. I wouldn't be able to do what I love if it weren't for you and all your support. So thank you. Thank you so much for just being a part of this crazy adventure, and yeah, for everything. Thank you guys so much for everything. And I am looking forward to 2018. I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys in 2018 and sharing videos and helping people learn photography and just everything. I think it's going to be awesome. And my adventures, I don't have any really planned or set out for 2018, but that's okay. I kind of wanted to leave it a little bit open. Last year was a little bit crazy with all the plans that I had, Washington, backpacking, solar eclipse and stuff like that. So I'm leaving it a little bit more open this year. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have an awesome New Year's. And yeah, by the way, it's like my favorite cup. So I don't know if you saw it. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. I can't believe this is the last one. I'm having a hard time ending it. Like, I just keep rambling. So anyways, I'm going to go now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. It really does support my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, because there's going to be so much cool content to come and a whole bunch of learning tips and tricks, and I'm just going to be sharing everything I know. So I hope you guys have an awesome new year, and I'll see you in 2018. Cheers!